Alright guys, picked up this 2000 Blazer four-wheel drive and LT, and just going through everything on it. What I'm doing now is flushing out the transmission fluid. I do this to all my vehicles. I do a complete flush on this, guys, on your transmission fluid. I got another video out there on a Chevy Cruze that I just did not too long ago. As far as flushing out getting all your fluid, transmission fluid, flushed completely out of the system. On this one here, I don't know the history of it, don't know the maintenance on it. So what we're going to do is go through everything on it, get this thing ready for winter. My wife had wrecked the 99. She hit a deer in the front and pretty much wiped out the whole front end on that truck, and I'll maybe post a video of that. The 99 that had 384,000 miles on it, and not sure yet if I'm going to fix that one or not, because it did quite a bit of damage to the front. I took this whole area here out. The hood would have to be replaced. One of the fenders, all the lights, all the grill, completely gone in it. Like I said, I'll make another video of that vehicle. It didn't do anything to the bumper, just the whole front here. She hit it one day going to work, and so ended up picking this one up here a couple weeks ago. Going to try to get it ready for winter, go through everything on it, change all the fluids in it. Just make sure everything's good to go for this winter. So she's got something to drive this winter, because them little Chevy Cruzes are just not a real good vehicle for wintertime driving. So anyways, guys, what I'm doing, what I already did is I took out what you want to do, guys, too, when you change out your transmission filter. I already changed the transmission filter in this. So what I like to do before I even get underneath there and start taking the pan off of there, off the transmission, is what I like to do is just go ahead and pump you out 3 quarts of fluid. And simplest way to do that, guys, right down here. If you check out my other video on the Chevy Cruze, show you got this little adapter here that you can buy off of eBay that connects to your transmission line here, so you can hook a hose up to it. And everything I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to go ahead and install an external transmission cooler up here in the front. And so I'll need that adapter anyways, because I'm going to go ahead and put one of those on there too. So, and I'll do a video on that too. But anyways, just hook up coming out your top of your radiator here on your transmission line. Run your hose, get you a nice long hose. 5/16 hose is what I'm using. And you just start the vehicle up, guys. It's a lot better if you got somebody else to help you, but you can do this on your own, because you can look as you start the motor, you can look through that windshield down there in the bottom, and you can see I got this marked out here for 3 quarts. So then all you need to do is once you get close to this 3 quart mark, just go ahead and shut your motor off, and you'll have 3 quarts pumped out of it. And this way, guys, when you get ready to drop your pan, you won't have a big mess, because otherwise you got all 5 quarts. These things hold 5 quarts on this one, and if you try to drop that pan, it's a real mess. That's the way I used to do it, but I figured this might be a better way of doing it, which it is. It's a whole lot less messy. You don't get all that fluid spilled all over the place when you're trying to drop your pan down on your transmission. Just go ahead and pump you 3 quarts out of there, and you'll still have around 2 quarts in the bottom of that pan. But like I said, when you drop it, you won't have as big a mess. It's a whole lot cleaner doing it that way. I mean, I guess a guy could probably go ahead and maybe pump if you're just doing a filter change, you could probably just go ahead and pump, you know, maybe 4.5 quarts out, and that way would be just a little bit less messy for you. Because once you bring that pan down, you start tilting, and you will get a little bit of fluid coming out of there. Just having a nice pan underneath there, so when you do start dropping that pan, a little, like I said, you'll still have about 2 quarts left in that pan, and you can just, you know, lower that down, put your pan under there, you'll have a little bit more coming out, but then once you get all the bolts out, you can just drop that thing clear down and not make a big mess on the floor or on yourself or whatever, you know. So I went ahead and did that. I already got that done. Right now what I'm getting ready to do is go ahead and flush. What I'll do is I'll flush. I already put 5 quarts back in it, because that's what I took out of it. So I already got one of those, and then I have I think 3 more times of flushing this out, and then on my 3rd time I'll probably only come up right in here somewhere on the fluid, because like I said, I'm going to install a small transmission cooler in here, so I want a little bit of that fluid left to put in there for when I get the transmission cooler installed. So anyways, guys, I'll go ahead and show you how I do that. I got the hose hooked up. You can do this yourself, but like I said, it's a whole lot better if you got somebody to help you. Somebody sitting in the vehicle, start it up, and then you can sit here and hold this and make sure it don't spill or anything like that on you. But you can do it yourself. And like I said, what I like to do is just get inside the vehicle here, guys, and we'll just go ahead and start it up. I got to put my glasses on here so I make sure so I can see that pretty good, because I don't want to go over my 3 quarts on it. So I don't know if you can still see that out there or not. Might not be able to get a good view on that, I don't know. But anyways, guys, you start that up, guys, and it will start pumping. Your fluid will start pumping out there. It's already starting to come up in the jug there. I can see it. And we'll just go ahead and let it run until we get up there close to 3 quart mark. Hopefully you can see that. We'll be able to see that on the video. You know, doing this yourself. So we're getting real close there, guys. Starting to get a little air out of it because I took that pan off. So we'll go about right in there, guys. It gives pretty close to 3 quarts. And yeah, I had a little bit of air coming through there, probably because I dropped that pan and I took out 5 quarts on that, so probably had a little bit of air in it. That's why you're seeing that spitting out there a little bit, but not a big deal, guys. You can see that fluid's already starting to clear up. I think this, whoever had this vehicle before, I think they did pretty decent maintenance on it, because when I did my first 3 quarts of drain, the transmission fluid didn't look really too bad at all. It was just a little bit dark. Compared to the Chevy Cruze I did, that one was really dark. This one here, not so bad. So I'm thinking they probably kept the maintenance up pretty decently on the transmission on this. So then, guys, what we'll do is we'll just dump this out, and then I'll add 3 more quarts to the transmission here, and then I'll do that process 2 more times. Like I said, on that next time, I'm only going to come up into here somewhere. That way I got a little bit of fluid left for when I put when I install that external transmission cooler. So that way I'll have a little extra there. That way I'll hopefully won't have to buy another quart of that. And what I use on these, guys, I've been using the full synthetic This one here, the Dextron. It's actually Dextron 6, but you can, if you go in the back here, it is also made for the Dextron 2, Dextron 3, Dextron 6, and Dextron CVT. So that's what I'm using there. I used to run the Mobile One full synthetic, in which I do on my Corvettes. But this here, the Valvoline seems to be quite a bit cheaper. I'm picking those up at Menards. Actually, Menards carries that, and I think they're like $22 for five quarts of them. Yeah, 1 gallon. So 1 gallon container there, guys, for $22 at Menards, and that's for full synthetic on your Chevrolets. So that worked out pretty good. Not too expensive to do. And usually, guys, on one of these Blazers, you're looking at about 12 quarts to fully flush it out, to get a complete flush on one of them transmissions. Usually 12 quarts by your last time of pumping out. You should see pretty clear nice red color fluid coming out of that hose there on your last time of training, doing your flush here. It should be pretty nice bright red fluid. That way you know you got a good fully flushed real good on your transmission there, guys. So, and we got a lot of work to do on this here Blazer. Looks like the paint's faded a little bit here on it. We're going to see if we can't get that buffed out. And other than that, guys, it's not too bad. Not too bad of a vehicle. There is a little bit of, they did do a little bit of body work on it. I found down here on these rocker arms. This has kind of been filled in a little bit on the back side. And but overall, not too bad. The inside's really nice on this Blazer here. Looks like they took pretty decent care of it, whoever had it, because it does have quite a few miles on it. It's got around 170, I think 170,000 miles on this one. But overall, not too bad. It seems to drive down the road nice and straight. We're just going to go through it, guys, and I'll make some videos of some of the stuff I'm doing to it, and I'm pretty sure I can get that paint looking pretty decent on it yet. So make her a nice vehicle for this winter to get back and forth to work in on that. So anyways, guys, that'll wrap this video up, and we'll make some more videos on this here 2000 Chevrolet Blazer, the LT series.